In the heart-pounding world of Assetto Corsa Competizione, where every corner is a potential danger zone and every straightaway a battleground, the race unfolds with breathtaking intensity. The first turn becomes a crucible of chaos. A Bentley finds itself at the mercy of a relentless BMW. Meanwhile, a Ford driver's misjudged maneuver sends them careening into the wall, triggering a chain reaction of collisions that reverberate throughout the field. In a heart-stopping moment, the Ford driver loses control, careening into the wall. But the drama doesn't end there. They slam into another Ford, causing chaos on the track. In a bold move, one Ford driver slams on the brakes where no one else does, triggering a chain reaction that sends 4 drivers colliding. Following that chaos, a Ferrari driver loses control, careening into another Ford driver with a thunderous impact. Subsequently, the Mustang driver, struggling to maintain control, loses traction and slams into the unforgiving wall. Following that, the Ferrari driver loses control and crashes into the wall. Subsequently, the Ferrari driver attempts to overtake on the grass, but ends up crashing into the wall. After that, a massive crash rocks the Monza track, shattering the pre-race calm and leaving chaos in its wake. After that, another massive crash unfolds at Sector 2, adding to the chaos on the track. Following that, another Ford driver cuts in front of another, leading to a collision between them. And another furious Ford driver recklessly collides with another, showing no signs of braking. And then 2 Mustang drivers lose grip on the same corner, ending up in the same gravel trap. Afterward, the Porsche driver flies into the wall and decides not to use brakes, resulting in a collision with the Ferrari driver. And then the McLaren driver attempts to overtake, but unable to see the turn signals, collides with another driver, causing the Porsche driver to crash into them. After that, the Ferrari driver brakes too late, causing a collision. In this intense moment, the Ferrari driver gives a gentle tap to the Ford Mustang driver. But as the saying goes, only furious people drive them, and the Mustang driver decides to repay the favor with full force, colliding with all his might. Who is at fault? Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. More content coming soon. Welcome to the chaos that is Monza. And what a start to the race we've got here. The silver Ferrari, out of nowhere, gets hit by the black BMW driver. And it's all over before the green flag even gets a chance to wave. Unbelievable. But wait, it gets even crazier. The red Ferrari, seemingly oblivious to the carnage behind it, fails to brake and crashes into the McLaren, causing a massive pileup in turn 1. It's like a domino effect out here, and we're not even a minute in yet. The black Lamborghini driver gets hit by the Audi driver. And the Mustang loses control, crashing into the black McLaren and causing a massive collision on the track. It's absolute mayhem. But amidst all the chaos, we've got some incredible moments of skill and precision. The Aston Martin driver teleports between 2 Ferrari drivers, leaving them both in his wake. And the Ferrari driver isn't afraid to push the McLaren out of the way. But the Mustangs are having a rough day, it seems. One crashes into the red Ferrari, and to make matters worse, one of the Mustang drivers decides to stop racing altogether, bringing out the safety car. And when we get back underway, it's more of the same. And 3 Mustangs collide in turn 1. It's like a never-ending cycle of carnage. But amidst all the chaos, I've got some incredible drivers out there. Mustang rejoins track unsafe and then decides to pay Mercedes driver with brake check, causing a collision. The McLaren driver can't seem to get into Sector 3 without colliding with someone. And the BMW driver decides to push the Mustang out of the way, causing a chain reaction of collisions. If you enjoyed to watch this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. We'd love to hear about your own craziest racing experiences, so make sure to drop them in the comments below. Let's keep the excitement going together. And just when you thought it was all over, the BMW driver rejoins the track, only to cause a collision with the Ferrari driver. And the Mustang drivers continue to fight, with one losing control and causing a crash. The BMW driver is having a bit of a rough day, it seems. He loses control of the car and tries to head back to the pits, but fails miserably. And the Audi and Lexus drivers try to make it into the pits, but they collide, causing a massive car crash in the pits. And just when you thought it was all over, the Ferrari driver runs into other Ferraris back, and then he decides to repay for this collision. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. More content coming soon. We're off at Zolder, the sun shining bright as the pack of cars takes the green flag. McLaren's looking aggressive, trying to defend its position. The Porsche driver is not happy about it. Decides to pay back the favor. Oh, what's this? Another Porsche driver, not content with just passing, decides to take out the McLaren driver altogether. Massive crash, cars scattering everywhere. The track's in chaos, and we're just a few laps in. And it's not just the McLarens getting taken out today. Mustang's driver's been pushed off the track, and it's caused a massive pileup. Cars are flying everywhere. It's a real mess. Meanwhile, BMW's drivers got a bit too much confidence, and it's causing problems for its teammate. They're running into each other, causing a massive crash at the second corner of the track. We're seeing some serious carnage out there. Mercedes drivers trying to make a move, but it's not going according to plan. It's been pushed off the track. Ferrari's driver's having a bit of a rough start, getting pushed off the track right at the beginning. But it's not all bad news, folks, because it's about to get its revenge. That McLaren driver's been having a tough time, getting tapped by Ferrari, losing control, and stopping in the middle of the track. We're seeing a lot of yellow flags out there. BMW's driver's trying to rejoin the track, but it's not looking safe, and it's causing a collision with the Audi driver. The track's still a mess, folks. And now it's trying to rejoin, but it's not looking safe. Ferrari's drivers decided to take out Porsche's driver, and it's not looking pretty. Meanwhile, McLaren's brakes have failed, and it's causing a two-car crash. The track's a war zone. Pink McLaren's driver's been having a tough time getting hit by Mercedes, causing a massive crash on the track. But it's not all bad news, because it's about to get its revenge. That pink McLaren's drivers decided to pay it back to the yellow Ferrari driver, and it's not going to be pretty. Meanwhile, Audi's drivers lost control, and Mustang's drivers driven into it. Audi's driver's been pushed off the track, and it's not looking good for it. Meanwhile, Ferrari's driver's trying to make a move, but it's getting rammed by other drivers in the first corner at Nurburgring. Ferrari's driver's losing control, getting tapped in the back and failing to stop. The track's still a mess, folks. BMW's driver's trying to overtake Ferrari, but it's not looking good. Meanwhile, Porsche's driver's lost control, hit the wall, and taken out two other drivers. The track's still in chaos. Porsche's driver's trying to overtake Ford, but it's losing control, flying to the grass and failing to stop miserably. The track's still a war zone. Ferrari's driver's losing control, but BMW's driver's spinning it back to the race. Meanwhile, BMW's trying to copy Audi's racing line, but they both end up crashing into the wall. Ferrari's driver's jumping in the air, but then spinning and losing control. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. More content coming soon. Welcome back to the world of Assetto Corsa Competizione racing. We've got a thrilling event unfolding here at Zolder, with the sun shining bright on the track. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows, folks, as we've already seen a massive pileup in Turn 1. The Mustang driver, it seems, has made a bit of a rookie mistake, taking out the Audi and Ferrari in the process. The aftermath is chaotic, with cars flying off the track and drivers scrambling to avoid the wreckage. And now, it looks like the Lamborghini driver is taking matters into his own hands, paying back the Mustang driver in kind. Ouch! The action doesn't let up as the Porsche driver takes out the Audi driver in Turn 3. You can't fault the Audi driver for trying to avoid the collision, but sometimes you've got to take the rough with the smooth. And then, out of nowhere, the Audi driver fails to stop and takes out the Lamborghini. Talk about a wild ride. The Lamborghini driver's losing grip, and now everyone's crashing into each other in Sector 2. This is getting out of hand. Meanwhile, the McLaren driver is taking no prisoners, taking out the Porsche driver and then getting overtaken by the Porsche. But the McLaren driver is not one to give up easily, taking out the Porsche once again. This is getting intense. The Porsche driver's had enough, taking out the silver McLaren driver in a fit of rage. But who's at fault here? Is it the Porsche driver's aggressive driving, or is it the McLaren driver's recklessness? You decide. The Mustang driver's still fuming, taking out the Audi driver in Sector 3. And now, he's decided to take his frustrations out on the track, driving off and blocking other drivers. This is getting out of control. Meanwhile, over at Sector 2, we've got a bit of a kerfuffle between the two Ford drivers. They're both trying to one-up each other, but it looks like they've decided to call it a draw and stop in the middle of the track. What's going on here? And in the midst of all this chaos, the Lamborghini drivers lost control and caused a massive pileup on the track. This is getting ridiculous. Meanwhile, the BMW's been taken out by the McLaren. And the Nissan's taken out the Ferrari. The Mustang driver is still having a meltdown, trying not to ram into the Lamborghini driver. But it looks like the Audi drivers had enough, taking out the Lamborghini driver straight to the wall. Ouch. And the Mustang driver still trying to overtake the Audi driver, but the Audi driver's not having it. pushing the Ford driver to the wall in the process. This is getting intense. The Ford drivers had enough, taking out the Audi driver in a fit of rage. And that's a wrap on this thrilling event at Zolder. Want more? Subscribe now.